Today I'm going to show you how to make this red and white crocheted candy cane ornament. First you will need your yarn, a worsted braided yarn, red and white, a 5mm crochet hook, and some bows. You're going to start by making your chain, which begins with your slip knot, as you can see here. And then we're going to chain 27. To chain, you're going to yarn over and pull through. Then repeat over and over again. Yarn over, pull through. This is a great tutorial for those that are beginners, as I'm going to go pretty slowly and show you each individual step so that you can follow along. If you are more of a pro, or you've been doing this for quite some time, you can always speed it up and watch it at a quicker pace. Here we're going to chain, now we've chained our 27, we're going to go 3 from the hook and do a half double crochet. So we yarned over, we pulled in, pulled over another piece, and then we have 3 on our hook and we're going to pull those through, as you see here. So yarn over, insert into the same stitch, and then pull up. All right, continue this process. We're going to have 3 half double crochets in each chain all the way up to the end. And as we get to the end, I will show you how to finish this off so it stays nice and secure. Here we have our last chain. We're going to do 3 half double crochets again. As you see here, we're going to yarn over, pull in, grab yarn, pull it up, and go through those 3 on the hook. We need to do 1 more, and then we'll be able to finish this off. Here we go. We're going to do 2 chains, and then we're going to close this off with a slip stitch. This makes it nice and secure. Leave enough yarn when you cut this so that you can sew it together, and just pull tight. And now we're going to work the same process with our white as we go. Look how pretty. All right, so we're going to go through the same process with our white. We're making our slip knot, and then we're going to make our chain of 27 once again, and then we will add our half double crochets. So as we go along, y'all can just share with me what y'all would like to, who y'all would like to gift this to, or any other projects that y'all are currently working on. I'd love to hear about them. And you can share those videos as well. I'd love to watch and learn. I'm always loving watching and learning new crochet techniques and patterns. So here we are doing those 3 half double crochets. We're going to do the same thing, 3 half double crochets in every loop all the way down to create that really pretty swirl. And as we continue, it just keeps going. It is very pretty. It's very easy. This is great for beginners as you're doing the same exact stitch over and over and over again. So I found that pretty simple for beginners. We're finishing off here with this last half double crochet. We're going to chain 2 and then join with a slip stitch once again. Remember to leave enough yarn to have a nice good tail to be able to connect the 2. All right, so now we're going to have them facing the same direction. And then we are going to wrap them together. So I just kind of untwist a little bit and then twist it back. And then untwist a little bit and then twist it back. And this helps it to wrap together. And as you see, it starts to give that candy cane effect, which is so pretty. You can use this same technique I've seen to make really pretty wreath ornaments as well, which I am in the process of making some of those too, because I find them to be really cute. But we're going to move this around a little bit and adjust it. I like to grab the ends there and then pull and twist. I like for it to be nice and tight and also for it to look even. That's my goal. As you can see here, I'm still twisting and turning. I do a lot of twisting on this. I love these ornaments. They're so fun to make and they're so quick to make and make wonderful gifts for those that we want to bless with. Here I'm going to connect the 2 red and white twirls together so that they do not come undone if someone were to be a little bit rough with them, aka children. I have my own kids who tend to be a little rough with my ornaments, so making sure they stay together is always a priority. Once we secure these together, we're going to loop it around to make that candy cane shape. And I twist and twist some more just to get the look I'm going for. And once I do have that look, I'm going to turn it around and secure it together, as you see here. So just hold it together, turn it around, and sew it in. I sew it in on the white because since I'm using the white yarn, that way it matches and looks really pretty together and you don't see a lot of extra colors going in. So secure it nice and tight. Again, we want to make sure that this lasts for generations to come. Now we have 2 strands still left. So what we're going to do with those is we're going to just sew those in. I find it easiest just to basically sew them down the middle of the candy cane. This keeps them out of the way, keeps them secure, and you don't have to worry about really doing too much back and forth, back and forth. So I just stick it down in there, pull, and then cut off whatever's left. Okay, do a little bit of twisting, and then let's do the same with the white. And just stick it down through the middle once again. And then we're going to twist again. And look how cute. All right, so now that we have it all connected, we can add our bow. And the bow is so adorable. I think it really adds a touch of color and a different texture to this candy cane. I get these at Hobby Lobby usually. Also Dollar General usually has them, Dollar Tree, Michael's, any of those places you can grab some of these. I like that the wire is already attached. The only downside is they can be a little wonky, so you kind of have to adjust them to your liking and then attach them like so. You just turn it over, twist them, and then tuck it into the yarn and the stitches. And it also gives another level of security to your piece. You could also make a cute crocheted bow if you would like, or just tie a really simple bow with yarn and use that. If you have some ribbon laying around, you can make some. It's just up to you. I happen to have these, and so that's what I use. I like to use what I already have in my craft room. Makes things a little bit less expensive and, you know, gets clutter out of the way. So here we're gonna make our chain to make our hook. I like to use this method. You're gonna need a long tail, and then we are going to make this chain by taking that tail and working it in. So the way we do that is we're going to yarn over with the tail and then pull through with our yarn both of those hooks. You could just use a simple piece of yarn and tie it up, but I like this. I think it looks a little bit more finished and gives it just a prettier look in my opinion. So you can make these as long as you need them. I do mine about 15 of these to make mine long enough. You can go as long as you need depending on how you like your ornaments. I use a real Christmas tree, so I like to have it fairly large because with the real Christmas trees, it can sometimes be hard to get them on there. It's so pretty. I love this look. So I yarn over both of those and then pull through to secure. You're going to want to leave a really long tail again because we're going to be securing this onto our candy cane. So we are going to connect these two together. We're going to secure that together before we secure it to our candy cane. We're just going to insert our needle here and sew them up. Okay, here we go. Go through these a couple of times so you don't want them to fall out or come loose. And one more time. There we go. And now let's attach it to our candy cane on the back. And another reason why I really like this project is it's really small. It goes by pretty quick. You finish it in about 10-15 minutes at most. Maybe 20 if you're working a little slower. And you can do this from anywhere. So I tend to crochet in my living room while I'm watching TV. It is the most enjoyable spot for me. So I just do this while I'm watching something or talking to the kids, or the kids are playing games, things like that. So this is something that I can do with that and get it done quickly. This would also be a great project for a beginner as a child. They would be able to do this as well. I am in the process of teaching my 7-year-old. We are working on it. So once you've secured them, go ahead and clip the back of these and clip off those pieces of yarn so you have a finished crochet. please comment, share, like, and tell me what you think. I would love to see y'all gifting these to your friends and neighbors and loved ones. Look how beautiful it is on the tree.